Hey guys, this is Sam, aka the Happy Crow. I just wanted to do a quick little, I guess we can say this is a crow's call. So, last night me and my wife were talking, and in that talking, I've had an issue that I keep coming back over again and again when in talking about Christians. Something baffles me. We have this new wave of modern Christianity that is not biblical at all, and somehow that is permeated into all of churches. Okay, I can't say all of them, being hyperbolic, but no, it's permeated into many churches and many concepts of Christianity. Like, excuse me, sorry. How can we say that, oh, we're believing in God and we're supposed to be set apart, but then everything is now acceptable, and everything that certain Christians are standing against and standing for, oh wait, no, those are the bigoted ones. Wait, what? No, Jesus said we're going to be set apart. We're going to be different. We're not going to be the same. Which also means we're going to be divided from people. The verse that people always forget is when Jesus said, "Oh, I don't come, to I'm paraphrasing. I don't come to bring together, but to divide. Mother against father, father against son, like all that different stuff." Why is Jesus saying that? Because truth will separate, because people don't want to hear the truth. The truth will set you free, but that just means you're free. That doesn't mean everyone else is still in bondage. So, and then the frustrating part about it is people who have been in church their entire lives and have not grasped that concept, and also I don't know if it's not being taught or not willing to learn. Those are two very different things. But either way, the result comes out though the same, which is Christians claiming to understand truth, understand wisdom, but then having nothing of it. We have to be set apart. That doesn't mean we have to rail against and hate everything. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying your job is to hate, your job is to be the contrarian. No. Your job is to follow Christ. What did he say? What does the Bible say? And yes, the Bible is the final authority. And what are we going to do about that? Is that going to affect our friendships, our relationships? Yeah, it's going to. You're going to lose friendships. You might lose relationships with people that are closest to you. But that's part of what it is. The early church gave up everything. There's still Christians who become Christians in different countries, and once they get baptized, that's like a death sentence for them. Sorry, I'm driving over some rocks on the road here, so you can hear it in my car. I don't know if it's picking up on the audio. But it's a death sentence for people in some countries. And they're willing to sacrifice everything. But yet, we don't want to offend people. Not that our job is to offend. No, that's not our job. But truth will divide. Either we have to accept that, or try to say, hey, there's this new version of Christianity, which is not biblical. What did Jesus say? This is the quote-unquote scary part about this. Jesus said, many will come to me saying, Lord, Lord, didn't I do this for you? Didn't I do that for you? He's going to say, turn away from me, you sinners, for I never knew you. People are going to think that they are doing stuff for God and have their own sense of self-righteousness and get turned away at the pearly gates. That's heartbreaking to me, because no one wants to see anyone go to hell. And yes, it's saying there is hell. Yes. That's not something anyone wants, but it's a reality. But it's not comfortable for me to disagree with this or this or that. So, I'd rather be uncomfortable than damned. I'm just saying. And not that I'm living in fear of that either. I just saying I know what the truth is, and I'm going to stick with that, whatever the consequences may be. I'm putting myself second, putting him first. So I've been beating around the bush a little bit, and I'll say it. We've been talking a lot. I've been seeing a lot of talk of not accept. Make sure I word this correctly. Not acceptance of people's. How am I going to word that? Loving the people, disagreeing, and hating the sin. Which you're talking about. Let's talk about homosexuality. Let's talk about modesty. Let's talk about the general anger, that somehow anger is now an acceptable state to live in, when the Bible does say be angry but sin not, and then somehow that's an acceptable place to be in. No, you can be angry and have a season of it. That's totally normal. God gave us emotions for a reason, but you can't live in that. That's your emotional state. I'm just angry at everything all the time. No, that's not of God, and that's not a righteous cause. You're talking about the with the homosexuality stuff. Everyone's like all the pro rights and all that. You have the right to do whatever you want to do with who you are because you're an individual. But God said, "This is my standard." And now, once you go past that, you can't say, well, that's being whatever. No, God gave a standard. Well, that's how I was born. Yes, because we are born into sin nature, and that's against who God is, so we have to fight constantly. Paul said, I die daily. Paul said, I have this battle inside of me, and I had to fight all the time. Oh, what a wretched man that I am. We have to fight all these different things. The Christian life is not easy. The Christian life is not something where all the time we're just going to go, okay, well, I'm a Christian, that makes everything set ahead for me, and I got God on my side, so everything's perfect. If someone told you that, I'm sorry, they lied to you. When Christ said about bearing his cross, the cross is a burden, but his burden is light because you surrender. And I think that's the thing the church has forgotten a lot of times, is surrender. It's not about what you feel. It's not about what I feel. It's not about our desires. It's about him. Put yourself second. Put him first. And in that, when you put him first, we put our love first. Everyone's like, well, that's not love. No, there's love there. When you put him first, because he's the embodiment of love, he's gonna show you how to love. That doesn't mean that everything is now acceptable. No, that's not how that works. So, leave you with this. Number one, don't live in this anger and this state of I'm against everything and or I'm mad at everything. No, live in love. Number two, live in truth and accept truth, whether it's comfortable or not. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.